Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Everyday Entrepreneur. I'm Renelle, and I hope to take you on a journey of starting your own business with what you have where you are. I'm passionate about entrepreneurship and empowering and enable people to start their own businesses. So, in this series of videos and recordings, I'm going to explore ways in which you can start a plain, simple business in a short period of time and hopefully generating income from day one. So, whilst we hope and should always aspire for those businesses of ours to turn into huge, successful $1 million companies, that would not be my starting point. I am here to help you get that business idea off the ground as quickly and as effectively and efficiently as possible. And why did I start with all of this? Over the past few months, I've come across so many posts on Facebook, specifically where people just had this outcry where they desperately needed to start a business. Some of the reasons behind this would be that, for example, due to COVID, many people lost their jobs. They had to perhaps work for a reduced salary. The petrol price increase, the fact that food prices are just ever increasing every single month. Things just cost more and more. The Russian-Ukraine war is not helping the situation with especially food prices. In South Africa, where I'm from, we just recently had the interest rate being increased by our Reserve Bank, meaning any household that has got debt will now have to pay more to service that debt on a monthly basis. And the list just goes on. People are just not making ends meet. There's still a couple of days left until payday, and then a household literally does not have money. So, in many cases, that's the reason why people are now wanting to start their own businesses, asking around on social media, either for a business idea or what they can do to generate income or make money, or then looking for jobs. In South Africa, we sit with the problem that our government says we've got a 35% unemployment rate. I'm fairly comfortable in saying that we are looking at least a 50% unemployment rate as we speak. And that means every second person on the street does not have a job and cannot count on the government or private institutions or companies providing jobs. So the chances of somebody who needs to generate money, needs to get an income in finding a job nowadays, especially in South Africa, is very slim. And therefore, I think the only way for us as a country, but I think it's also a worldwide phenomenon, that in order to improve our economic situation and the economic situation for households across the world and our country specifically, people need to start their own businesses. And as I've said in the beginning, I'm not here to come up with these glamorous, amazing business ideas or plans. I'm merely going to look at plain and simple, almost in your face ideas that's available for you to start making money and making money quickly. And to start then off this whole series, I need to first ask you a very important question, and you need to answer that for yourself. How serious are you about starting your own business? Or even if you're not thinking about the business, the whole business concept, how serious are you to start making money or generating an income? And it might sound like a very simple question and sort of, why do I need to answer it? I want to make money. I often come across people and I get the idea that they do want to make money, they do want to earn an extra income, but they don't realize that it actually takes a lot of hard work, especially when you start something. So I'm asking again, how serious are you about making money or starting that business? Are you actually prepared to work to make that idea a reality, to make that plan of yours work? Are you prepared to literally roll up your sleeves and get your hands dirty and stick it out, especially in the beginning when it may be a bit difficult or when the results do not look the way you anticipated or you wanted it to be? Are you prepared to do what it takes to make this business of yours work? And that is something that you need to clarify with yourself. Nobody else can get you to that point where you actually say yes. But the reason why it's important is that, and I don't want to sugarcoat anything, to have a business, to start a business, to make money, it does involve a lot of hard work. And as I'm sitting here, and I'm not the only person, there's lots of other people, and I hope to get them on board and also come and share their stories at some stage. But I can attest to the fact that for most of my little businesses, and I'm putting it little because I don't see myself as a huge entrepreneurial businesswoman, but I've had a number of business ventures. I do have a number of little businesses going, but those require a lot of hard work. And yes, we can also explore the passive income approach to having businesses, but that's not what I'm focusing right now. My focus is small businesses that we start in order to generate an income for you fairly immediately. So those small businesses require a lot of hard work. It requires effort. It requires long hours of work. I still, after about 17 years of having my own business and businesses and doing business and making money, I still put in between 16 to 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So I'm telling you this because I don't want you to get the impression that even a small business or starting something small is not hard work. I tell you, it is hard work, full stop. And you need to be prepared to work at it in order for your business to be successful. So I hope that you hear my heart and that you hear the fact that if you want to make some money, you will have to work for it. There are very few job opportunities or business opportunities out there, although not impossible, but in general, that will give you a very big income or let you get a lot of money or generate a lot of income without putting in the initial effort and a lot of that effort initially. So be prepared to work for the money that you want to make or the business that you want to start. I want to end up with something that I've experienced in my own life as well. And that's the fact that we are often worried and scared when we want to start our little business or when we've come up with an idea. And the questions that we ask ourselves are something like that, but what will the people say? What will people think of me if I start this business? And I'm going to use my pet sitting business as an example, not just mine. It's my son and I have been doing it together for now 7 years, maybe a little bit more, 7, 8 odd years. And one would think that I have a university degree and a teacher's diploma, so I'm seen as qualified. Why would I do pet sitting? What would people think of me, Ronelle, if I start doing pet sitting? You know what? What the people think really doesn't matter. Is that business going to put food on your table, provide for your family, your children, yourself, whatever your situation is? That is the question. So can I give you the freedom today, and please make it your own as well, to not worry about what the people will say or what will my friends say? They are not paying your bills and they are not in your situation. So I need you to hear this, and I need you to be okay with that any type of business that you start, small, big, a lot of technicalities involved, a lot of work with your hands involved. It doesn't matter as long as that business provides for in your need or your household's need. Then that business is okay for you and your situation. So what the people might think about the reason you start this business or the type of business that you start is really not their concern, and it shouldn't be yours. Your focus and your energy should be on starting that business and taking that little business of yours forward. I want to end of today's session by saying that after you've asked yourself how serious and determined how serious you are about making money and starting that business, the next step is to actually make the decision to start. We can fantasize about if I start this business or when I started, and it would be so nice to have a little bit of extra money or income. But if you do not physically start that business, there is no business and there won't be money. So take that leap of faith. It is scary, but I'm going to help you with some tips and ideas to make it perhaps a little bit less scary and daunting and actually workable. But make that decision today to start that business of yours, to start making money against all odds, against or despite what the people might say or the neighbors might say, but start that business, make that decision to get that idea of yours off the ground today.